Hello and welcome to another edition of Resources for Life TV at resourcesforlife.com. My name's Greg Johnson, and this is a brief video about motor safety, driving safety, and the use of electronic devices like cell phones and texting devices. Now, you may have heard it's made national news now that Dubuque, Iowa has outlawed the use of handheld cell phones. You can still talk on the phone with a hands-free device, but you cannot hold the phone, to your ear, because having the hand here might cause a problem, or at least that's what the legislators feel. Now, the problem, of course, with these laws is the enforceability. What if somebody's, just enjoys gaming and they have like one of these little Game Boy devices? It's not a phone, it's not texting, but they're gaming. They might get pulled over by the police, but as soon as it's proven that the device was not a cell phone, the police will have, inadvertently pulled somebody over for no reason. What about shaving? Right now there's no law that says you can't shave while driving, but it would make logical sense that the normal progression of things would be such that there would be laws then that would outlaw the use of other devices as well, gaming devices, maybe personal hygiene, those little things that clean the hair out of your ears, that type of thing. It gets kind of complicated because how many devices are you going to have on the books, and what about when new devices are created, like those little electronic pets that you can keep in your pocket and you have to push the button every so often to feed it? Maybe somebody's driving and they realize, oh, I've got to take care of my electronic pet, and so they reach in their pocket and they feed their electronic pet. Are we going to make that illegal? I think what would make more sense is to have a law that just says, use common sense. To just have a blanket law that says nobody can talk on the phone anywhere, at any speed, in any neighborhood, on any road, it just seems to me it's irrational. I'm guessing it's going to make a lot of money for local municipalities. Small towns can go ahead and make these laws, and then police are going to have a heyday by raking in a lot of extra cash, arresting people for using a variety of electronic devices while operating a motor vehicle. For example, the laws don't stipulate, if you're parked like I am now, I'm stopped at a red light, is it okay to text then, or to make a short phone call at that time, or could you still get, a ticket for that? What really concerns me, though, is a couple of things. One, it's just I think it's an invasion on human freedoms, on the personal freedoms that people have to use their own electronic devices. That's number one. And number two, it's just kind of irrational. And I understand we have a few irrational people in our society, maybe 10% or something. But when there's so many irrational people that it reaches a majority, that it could actually become a law, this crazy law that says you can't, talk on a cell phone or you can't text while driving. Now, I'm driving right now. I'm making a video. Not many people make videos while they're driving, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was a law that said, oh yeah, and you can't make videos while you're driving either. It's really just, to me, I think it's just kind of absurd to try to have a law for every single electronic device that's out there and tell people they can't use them while driving. What you really need to do is look at people's driving habits, and if somebody's driving erratically, whether they're on the phone or not, that person needs to get a ticket. And if somebody's driving responsibly, regardless of their ability to multitask, then, they shouldn't get a ticket. It should really come down to performance. So, anyway, I guess that's it for now. I'm really curious to know what other people think about this, and the two issues. Number one, enforceability. Oh, the final thing that I started thinking about the other day is that I realized is once you make this illegal, obviously people are still going to do it. People are still going to talk on cell phones, and they're still going to text while driving. But now it's going to get more dangerous, because somebody who's texting their buddy or texting their friend and having a little chit-chat using their mobile device, they're not going to want to get caught, right? So instead of holding that mobile device up in front of them where they might be able to look at the road and text at the same time, now they're going to try to do it secretly, and they're going to hold that little device down here, and their eyes aren't going to be on the road anymore. They're going to be looking down in their lap at their little text device, and so we're just going to have more dangerous conditions, I think, because of people trying to evade this law. So anyway, that's about it for now. Probably going to keep monitoring this situation, because I really think it's a sign of the times that we're just going to end up with so much legislation and people getting tickets for just odds and ends. So take care. This is Greg Johnson signing out.